Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osterberg501 and today I want to go over a rare resource that could potentially make you a massive amount of gold because not many people are farming it, but it's an incredibly sought after resource. Now getting just 3 of this rare resource, I have made 9,000 gold in the past 24 hours. As you can see here, this is what has brought me up to around 25k. A big chunk of that has just been this resource, and this resource is going to be this right here called a Sliver of Adderstone. Now what this does is it rolls the extra pockets on bags. Now extra pockets give you additional weight depending on the gear score, which is 50 at the lowest, and I'm not sure what the highest would be at 600 gear score. And this thing is so incredibly rare that on my server there are pretty much never any of these up. I've personally never seen one up except the 2 I have sold. And then for the majority of my gold, I actually used one of these to craft a bag. And the 2 of these I sold, which I sold both today, I sold for 1,000 gold a piece. I just put them up to check if I could sell these for 1,000 gold, and they sold for that. So there's a decent possibility that you will be able to sell these for higher, depending on if your server even has any of these. But I got 2,000 gold from selling 2 of these Adderstones, and then the 3rd Sliver of Adderstone that I had, I crafted a high tier bag and sold that bag for 7,000 gold, which I very much did not think I would be selling that bag for. Now getting these Slivers of Adderstone is actually incredibly simple. The only thing you have to do is go hit boulders. So just the basic stones that you go and harvest with your pick that you can find anywhere are what give these Slivers of Adderstone, but they are a rare drop. So there's a few things you can do to try to increase the chances of that. So first off, I'd recommend getting a full set of mining luck gear. As you can see, this is one of my pieces right here that gives me 4.1% increase to my mining luck. I have a full set. It can be really cheap to find a full set of this if you just look at all of the trading posts throughout your server. I spent under 1,000 gold on getting a full set of pieces like this to get as much luck as I possibly can. Then you can also add in one of the potato dishes, and I have the base tier right here, roasted potatoes, that give 1,000 to your luck for mining, which is 1%. I think it goes up to 2% at the max potatoes, which you probably won't be able to get on any server right now, but you can add this in. And then also, if you want to get more stone while doing this farm, you can also add in a proficiency booster, which I don't have on me, but that gives you more resources. That really won't affect the Adderstones because you can't get more than 1 from a singular boulder. So like I mentioned, I was able to sell the slivers themselves for 1,000 gold. I think I could sell them higher because they sold pretty quickly. And then I was able to sell a really well-rolled tier 4 bag for 7,000 gold. If we go ahead and look at the bags that are currently on the market, these 2 are a little bit worse than the bag I sold, and they're at 6,000. There was another bag that I think was the same as this one right here that sold for 6,000 when I sold mine for 7,000. And the reason for that being is because if you get a bag like this, and this one is similar to the one I sold, just lower gear score, if you get a bag with extra pockets, which is what you use a sliver on to guarantee extra pockets, you get luck on it, and then the 3rd perk is really whatever you want. That will be what is considered to be a best in slot bag roll. Luck and then extra pockets is going to sell a lot of the time. I would expect this bag right here for 6,000 gold to pretty much be a guaranteed sell within the time it's going to be on the trading post. So that's the 2 main things you're going to be doing with these Slivers of Adderstone. Now past that, you also will be getting a ridiculous amount of stone from doing these farms. If you haven't seen this yet, stone actually sells for quite a lot for how much you're able to get this and how quickly you're able to get it. So if we check everything on my server for stone, they're currently at 0.14. These ones are really cheap. I pretty much always sell mine for 0.24 or 0.25, and they will sell. So what that essentially amounts to is in my one run of filling up my inventory of stone, which usually takes around 8 to 10 minutes, and if I sell all of that stone, which usually sells pretty quickly, that's around 600 gold off of stone. And my average for getting these Slivers of Adderstone are around 3 runs. So around every, say, 20 to 30 minutes. Now with selling that bag bag for 7,000 gold, I will most likely be using all of my slivers here on to make more bags to just sell those. It takes a little bit more doing, but I think the gold making potential is much higher, and I would recommend only making tier 3 and above bags if you're going to use the slivers to make bags to get the extra pockets on them. And you're going to need 50 for tier 3 and 100 armoring for tier 4 bags, which is the one I sold. And what I did for my bag that sold for 7,000 is I went here to make a tier 4 bag, used the layered leather for the leather. I used shade cloth for the cloth to get a higher potential gear score. I used blessed crucibles to get a higher potential gear score as well. I don't have any of those right here. You gotta get a greater rune of holding that you can get from your faction vendor or just buy it in the auction house. But from the faction vendor, it's going to be 1,000 gold, and that is the main expense for this. Then we use the Sliver of Adderstone, which will give us that guaranteed extra pockets. And then I used 45 Azoth to make sure it gets 2 additional perks. And that is how I made the bag for 7,000 gold. So it's pretty much all I want to go over for this gold making strategy. Just get yourself as much mining luck as you can and go out and farm boulders. You will most likely be getting at least 1 Sliver of Adderstone within your first hour of farming boulders. Then you can choose to either sell that itself or make some really good bags for a bit of a higher profit. So subscribe if you want to see more New World or other MMO videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this gold making method, and thanks for watching.